Let me show you how to get this hairstyle in a quick weave version so you don't have to worry about nobody snatching your wig off. Okay, so this is the hair that I will be using. This hair is from Curls Queen. It comes in clip-ins. I have 2 bundles of 20-inch, but I wanted to do a quick weave, and for me to make it lay as flat as I wanted it to be, I had to cut the clips off. So basically, I turned my clip-ins back into bundles. Now this is the foundation. I left a little bit of edges out because I didn't want the quick weave to pull on them. I have a stocking cap in Morning Glory. I also have my hair molded down. Now this is what the tracks look like. Real thick, real luscious. 3 tracks on one piece. So if you're going to use hair from them, you got to remember it's going to be real thick. So you have to put enough space in between each track so you don't look like you have on a helmet. Now I'm here to show you how I do the hairstyle. I'm not here to show you how to lay tracks. If you don't know how to lay tracks in 2025, baby, you might need to go find another page because I'm not doing that here. I'm just showing you how to get the hairstyle. Okay? Okay. Now, as you can see, I only have 2 tracks in the back of my head, and look how thick it is already. You have to be careful because this can go from a cute hairstyle to real thick and helmet like real fast. Okay? Now, because I didn't want to do a traditional quick weave with the circle piece in the middle, I wanted to look a little bit more natural. So I'm going to put like a little piece of a closure up there. And you might be thinking like, what's a little piece of a closure? Like I took a regular size closure and cut it in half. So I'm only going to be using half of the closure. But to make sure it gives me that flesh look, I'm going to go ahead and put some makeup on my wig cap that is the same color as my skin. I'm also going to add some to the closure as well. Well, the half a closure. Now this is how I'm doing mine. You do yours how you gonna do yours. This is how I got to the hairstyle that I got. Okay. Make sure that makeup is real blended. Okay. On both parts. So this is what I have left. I can't tell you how many tracks I have in my hair right now. It's not a lot, as I stated that these have 3 tracks on one piece. So you have to be careful. I keep saying that because y'all don't listen. You have to be careful. And I'm using a little Gots to Be spray. Like to make your quick weave stick really well, if you hit it with a little bit of Gots to Be spray, like it gives it an additional layer of stickiness, which helps your quick weave last a lot longer. So you'll see me using that spray throughout the video just because I'm planning on leaving this in my hair for a good little bit, and I knew I was going to be working out while I'm actually doing it, and I didn't want none of my tracks slipping out. Now this is a bang hairstyle. I do want a very thin bang, but I do want enough hair in the front, if that makes sense. I did take one of the tracks, which is technically 3, and put just one of those before I laid the closure down. Now I was really just winging this. I have no idea if this was even going to work in my favor because I've never done this style before this way. I've never done this style this way before. So baby, I was really going on a hope and a prayer. Okay? Hope and a prayer. And as I mentioned, this is a quick weave, so I am gluing everything down. If you are a sewing girly, then baby, do what you do. I'm not a sewing girly because I have not found a technique to make the sewing lay as flat as I would want. That's why I always do a awesome quick weave. Now this is what it started looking like when I started combing it out. As I stated, I was going off a hope and a prayer because I've never done this style this way before. So baby, I was real iffy. I did not know how this was going to work out. But you got to see it to the end, my boy. So that's what I did. Look how pretty this hair is. Like, this hair is an investment. This is not just some quick beauty supply store hair that you can just put in and, you know, just throw away once you take it out. This hair is an investment. And I knew this was some great A quality hair because I cut the tracks, but I did not cut not nan piece of the hair. Except for that little piece in the front that I use for the bang. But don't worry about that because that piece can go in the trash. The rest, baby, trust and believe you will see this hair again. Hopefully you was paying attention to what I was actually doing, how I closed it up, because I was just running my mouth and not talking about what was going on in the video. So yeah, you can go ahead and stop texting me. Oh my goodness. And rewind it. if you need to. Now from here, I'm just going to go ahead and get everything combed out. As I stated, you could tell by my face, baby, I don't know how this is about to play out. This could have went left, or this could have went right. If you're seeing this video, that means it went right. So as I say in all my videos, baby, trust the process. Trust the process. Even when it comes to doing your own hair, sometimes you got to just see it out to the end to see what the final product is going to be. And that is literally what I was doing right here. I went in with the hot comb and made sure everything was pressed and laid down as flat as it needed to be. And once I did that, I kind of understood, okay, yeah, this is definitely going to work. But you got to put your little final touches on it. So I'm going to add some little mousse to help them flyaways. This is a little gem. If you don't know, like when you want your hair to lay really, really flat, well, I guess this will be after I use the hot comb. But still, add some mousse to it, girl. Whatever kind of mousse you got. And let it dry just a little bit. Like, it don't have to be completely dry. Some people do put a stocking cap and sit underneath the dryer. I hate the dryer. So, baby, I'm not doing that. But add the mousse on, let it dry. Then go back in with a hot comb. And, baby, it's going to lay down a lot flatter. Okay? And I'm just going to go ahead and part out like how far I want my bangs to cut on my forehead. I don't even know if that made sense. I'm parting out my bang section. I wanted little thin, cute, wispy bangs, right? Not thick, chunky Black China bangs. Or should I say them thick, chunky Nicki Minaj bangs. Y'all know them bangs she used to wear back in the day? Baby, I did not want those. And if my bangs would have came out like that, please understand you would have never been watching this video. Because we're not doing that. And when you are planning on cutting bangs, baby, please be careful. Because once you cut, you cannot go back. And remember, I told you this hair is an investment. So the only part of this hair that I'm actually cutting is that little piece of track that I put in the front. The rest is coming from the closure. Okay? Okay. Now, me and bangs got a love and hate relationship. Because sometimes I could put bangs in my head and I cut them and they come out perfect. And sometimes I could put bangs on my head and they cut it and look like Stevie Wonder cut it. Always start off long. Because you can always cut them shorter. But once you cut them short, you can never make them long again, okay? Don't say I didn't teach you something. I said I wanted wispy bangs, so I'm not cutting across because I don't want those thick, chunky BBL bangs, okay? I wanted cute, thin, wispy type bangs. So I'm cutting up and not across. Listen, ladies, cut up, not across. Trust me, I will not steer you wrong. It's going to thin it out, but it's also going to shorten the hair in layers. Not in layers. What am I trying to say? It's going to shorten the hair. What am I trying to say? It's going to shorten the hair in sections, more so to say, versus just cutting across. Once you cut across, it's over. That's the length you got. But cutting up like this, not only is it going to thin them out, make them a little bit wispy, as you can see, cute and fluffy, like this. It's just going to help you control how much you cut off, if that makes sense. So I played, dabbled, figured out how I wanted my bangs to go. I did F my bangs up, and I had to go back and add another little piece of track to make it a little bit thicker. But y'all don't need to see that. Just know I fixed it. So I'm going to go in with the Bio Silk, and I'm going to add just a little bit, right? Like a dime size. Maybe a little bit more than a dime size. And rub it all through your hair. You don't want your hair thick and greasy. You just want it to have just a little bit of shine. And I did go in with the first couple pieces that I was going to curl. And I added a little bit of Gots to Be. But I did not add that through my entire head because it was not needed, honestly. I took my Wavy Talk flat irons, 2-in-1s, and I'm just going to put some Shirley Temples kinda all over my head. I absolutely love these flat irons. I got them from the TikTok shop, but they do sell them on Amazon. They are a curler and a straightener. They have a 360 cooling system, so they do make a humming noise the whole time you're using them, but you never have to worry about burning yourself because the whole time they're on, they're cooling themselves, which I absolutely love because I did burn a pot. I did burn a piece of my forehead with that damn hot comb. So this is what it looked when it was all curled up. I went and put on this outfit, and then I realized I looked like I maybe was going to church besides the titties popping out. And the outfit was just not giving what I needed it to give. But we're focusing on the hair. You're going to take a wide tooth comb once you get it completely curled, and you're going to comb it out with the wide tooth comb. Wide tooth comb. All right? You're just going to break the curls up. But baby, once you do that and you put on the outfit of your liking, of your choosing, this is what the final look came out to be. Very cute, very sexy. It's giving me grown woman, and I absolutely love that. Baby, the hair eats down. The link will be down below. You know my saying, she ate.